Okay. Trying to figure out how this works. Y'all bear with me. I need to invite someone to this live for today. Okay, invite Jennifer. Jennifer, are you here? Not sure if I'm doing this right, but we'll find out in a second. Do you see the invite, Jennifer? I see your comment. Okay. And you know.
There we go.
Okay, we did it.
There we go.
Give me that hello.
Yeah, I was like, had to come out to the office, you know.
That's right. I wish I could join you there. I love being there.
Feels weird if I do a live anywhere else but at the
I
office.
know. I know. Of course. Yeah, we're here. So what we gonna do today?
I don't know. I mean, we here. One, this was the most important part because we have now finished the challenge. The challenge was to go live
To go live with
as a
someone, and we
pair.
did that.
We can check that box. And so for anyone else who ends up coming on and is watching this, so this, I'm Jennifer. If you're Althea's friend, and that's Althea. If you're my friend, and we've been doing the 30 days live challenge. So this is us going live 30 days back to back, each day, one live a day, back to back, which sounds easy, but it's not. It's not. It's definitely a challenge. And hi Angela, and as as Althea calls her, our fearless leader, Sheila C. Hill, challenged us to to go live with each other. So we had to practice, basically so we can interview people on the spot. People can come on. It can go from being a one person conversation to a group discussion. So these are the things that we realize that she's setting us up for in the future, which is just being set up for success. That's all it really is.
That's a good thing. That's
a good thing. So so we learn in the comfort of us practicing and learning. We get to learn together how to do things, so it's not scary and it's not overwhelming.
Right. And you make it so easy.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'll just answer the first question that we were wondering. What made us even join this 30-day challenge?
Oh, wait, hold on. Hi, Sadie.
Myself, for myself, I just needed to get out of my own way. And as Dorna Taylor says, our attorney, I needed to share what I know how to do.
Right.
And I began to dig this new path that I need to take. I call it my journey to freedom for myself, Joseph, my husband, in case anybody doesn't know who Joseph is, and our 5 adult children.
My friends don't know your family.
And my 5 adult children who I know will kick in somewhere along the line of watching this, whether it's the replay. Matter of fact, if you all are watching, definitely press that hashtag replay so we know you came through.
And if you're here right now, make sure you say hello, hello, hello.
I love that. I love your intro. Yeah. So what made you want to do this?
All right. So I Me going live, like I said in the very beginning, like it's it's not so much me going live. I can do that. I can do that, no problem. It's going live consistently, which that's where I struggle. I truly have um, difficulty
Hmm.
doing things consistently. So
Me
I can do it
too.
for a while. I'm good for a while. I mean, I used to be on Twitch, which is a platform that has a whole slew of stuff. Twitch.tv. If you ever get bored, you should go check it out. It is a free platform. They've got all kinds of. They got DJs over there that play music, all kind of music. They got talk shows. They got podcasts. They got gamers, and that's what a lot of people knew it as. Is like the gaming platform. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So they've got gamers over there, so there's something for everybody basically over on that platform. And so for a while, I was doing my own stream. It was Sunshine Within You. It was that's who I was, and my show was a daily dose of sunshine.
And that's
Um,
you. That's definitely you.
and that's
Yes.
and that's me. And so that's what I was doing. But courtesy of work, because I actually ended up going back to work. Um, I stopped doing the show, and a lot of people wanted me to go back on Twitch, and on Twitch you really need like a time slot because there's just so much going on over there, like to pop up sporadically, you know what I'm saying, and not on a schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like not that it's a waste of time, but people who want to listen to you don't know when you're going to be coming on. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they can watch the replay, but it's not like Facebook. It's weird because I feel like Facebook's lives are actually more interactive when it comes to like the replay versus
Right.
on Twitch. It's very like
You don't get that
you don't get
opportunity.
that opportunity. It's like the only thing you can do is watch the conversation that was had that you missed. You know, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
this is not the same, right?
Right.
So again, that's that struggle that I had with Twitch was being consistent, picking a spot, you know, so I could be it's like that reliability factor. And I think
Yeah.
that's kind of like where I really struggle. The consistency and not that that I'm not reliable, but it's another added pressure to
Yeah.
like my daily.
Especially if you have an audience that's enjoying the content, you want to hold on to that audience and keep sharing what you know how to do.
Right.
Consistency is important because then you lose that audience. Um,
Exactly. Exactly.
but the
And,
second the second and third question I'm going to combine for myself because
okay.
they really do address a lot of the same things.
Well,
Uh,
what's
the biggest
what?
the
So,
biggest
what's the question? Because I know we said them, but
The
I don't
second
remember
one,
them.
the second one is what is the biggest obstacle
Mhm.
for you doing this? And the third one was what's something that happened in your life that forced you out of your comfort
Gotcha.
zone. So for
Okay.
me, for me, actually going live and showing my vulnerabilities publicly
Hmm.
um, is what was my biggest obstacle. And that's why I said it rose into number three, because the reasoning for that is because of the life experience that forced me out of my comfort zone. You already know this story, but the listeners, some of them may not. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at 17. Fast forward, I kind of survived that, during
Well,
my
I mean, you're
adult
still
life.
alive. You're
But
definitely still surviving.
yeah, yeah, my heart is right now. But in May of 2021, after the COVID restrictions were lifted, I was scheduled for a hair appointment that morning, excited because I still definitely need a hair appointment, which is why you all see me with this head wrap on. I am not going to show you all my hair. Um, I had a stroke that morning on the
Oh
way to getting into the car. I was hospitalized for 23 days after
my
being
goodness.
helicoptered to a hospital that is specializing in stroke patients. And I found out after that I couldn't stand or walk. I'm completely disabled now. And, that was traumatizing in itself. That June, my older sister called me and told me that I needed to get home because she had been the caretaker for my mom, who was suffering from uh, Parkinson's and dementia. And, things weren't looking good. So that summer, uh, my daughter Nia found a way to get me home, and I spent almost a month in the same room with my mom. And that month was so special because we were able to say the things we needed to say to each other. Hi, Charlene. Glad you came on. That's one of my sisters there. Um, and in that October, mom transitioned. And
Wow.
she transitioned 3 days before my sister's birthday on October 15th. So today is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Claudette, if you're watching. I love you.
Happy
And
birthday!
I love her for what she did for mom and what she's still doing for our 97-year-old father, who's still alive. She is his caretaker as well, even though he's in charge. Daddy is in charge.
Of course.
So as a result, I'm completely wheelchair bound, totally dependent on the support of Joseph and our 5 adult children, which took getting used to because I was used to, doing some things for myself. So I had to reinvent myself, and the only way I could do that was through digital connections online.
Right.
So after one of my, I was already on Facebook because after Katrina hit, I'm from New Orleans, we had a reunion, a class reunion from Dominican. Hey, anybody from Dominican that might be on? We had a reunion and we joined a Facebook group so that we could stay connected because everybody was scattered after that.
Right.
And although I can't participate in person with a lot of things, the connections that I've made with groups have been lifesavers. I'll mention 2. One was an African history study group that was started by our Nile ancestor, Dr. Renoko Rashidi, and that's why I'm so happy Charlene is there, because she was part of the class, and we had a study group, and one of the students in the class came, suggested an idea for our class project, and that project turned into Renoko's first book for children.
Wow.
We were able to do that with him and for him before his passing. So that was really special to us.
Absolutely.
Also, I found our fearless leader, another fearless leader, Derek Harper Sr., who is the coach of a group called the Free Hive. It's a business and personal growth academy where the members support each other and we hold each other accountable for reaching our goals. And that's where we met Sheila Hill. And it's been a game changer for me. And it's brought me out of the background because I've always been someone to do a lot of work, but I did it in the background. I'm better that way. But
you're more
flaws and
comfortable. No. You're more comfortable that way. It's not that you're better
really
that way. You're more comfortable that way because you're front and center to me right now, and you're doing just fine with all.
Yeah, but this conversation with you is much more comfortable to me, and the people who have seen my previous slides, I'm not sitting here reading a script.
And it's all, but see, that's the thing, because your boundary and your barrier is where it's all right here in your mind. I promise you, because this is what I know. This is what I know. So understand. So you're actually on my page as well, right? So my friends get to see you, but my friends know nothing about you except for what you are presenting right now. They don't know anything. So for them to hear that you're better behind the scenes when you're front and center doing perfectly fine, I would say that people who don't know you would say, oh, why would she think that?
Well, Charlene is here, and I see your comment. I'm so happy we got it done. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Charlene. Yeah, we did a lot of behind the scenes work on that book, and really that's where in the end it was just Renoko and I editing the book together, and that was very rewarding. It really was to work with someone with his expertise, and I learned how to produce a book from start to finish in that group. And we all contributed. And I appreciate you, Charlene, because we took on the chapter on Australia, which was really fun because we actually had a brother that lived in Australia that was part of our group. Yeah. Hi, Angela. Angela said, I thought I knew you out there, Cooper, but I've learned so much in these last few minutes. Yeah,
See?
there's a lot to uncover here, but I just,
Good.
you know, yeah.
And what do I say all the time? What do I say all the time? There's nothing about you that needs to change, but there's so much left to be discovered. You know?
I love that. I really do. I love that. I love that. But yeah, I'm here to come out of my shell. I'm here to um, show that people can survive after tragedies. I read Dorna Taylor's book from cover to cover in one night and morning. Anybody who hasn't purchased that book, it's called Do What You Know How to Do. Anyone that's dealing with grief, the loss of a family, which most people have, that book has really helped me so much because I lost nephew when I was very young. He didn't make it to two, and recently my mother's passing. Those were the two pivotal points in
Major.
my life
Yeah.
with loss, and that book was wonderful with that, with helping me with that. So yeah, we did it,
There you
sis. I
go.
don't know
There you
how
go.
long we've
I was
done.
like, you beat me to it. You beat me to it. That's right. There it goes. And
Yeah,
if for anyone who is watching this today, October 18th, if you do decide to go ahead and get that book, and you get the digital copy of it, you will be invited to the not in person, but online table read from the author herself,
and
which
she's doing a Zoom afterwards. You would get a link to her Zoom where it's going to be a more private conversation with people who don't want to go live on Facebook in her group. Uh, she has a group called Seat at the Table where she's going to go live. But in addition to that, the Zoom link is going to be the private off Facebook conversation that we're going to unravel some stuff, not just for Dorna, but
for everybody
everybody that's listening.
in there.
Yeah,
So
so
it'll definitely
definitely.
be
Thank you for
something major.
posting the link, Angela. Y'all need to get that book. It's
Yeah.
affordable. Anybody can get it, and it definitely helped. It really did. Here we are advertising the book. I'm a marketer now. We're marketers,
That's
but
because
we love
we love and
her.
support each other. That's what all of this is
Yeah.
about. And that is one of the biggest things that I love so much about this challenge is that it was a whole bunch of us who did not know each other. You and I had never met before, and um, as an adult, it's hard to meet other adults and get some type of friendship, relationship, whatever situationship, whatever you want to call it, going because we are so isolated. We are so individual.
Like my kids say, adulting itself is hard to do.
Yeah,
But when
yeah,
when you're adulting with kids and aging parents and all of that that goes with it, it's a challenge.
it's a challenge. I mean,
And
I even
having each other to talk about these things and support each other in our good and bad times. We celebrate the
right,
victories and we hug each other during the tough times, and that's been great for everybody.
exactly. I
I
did that.
just wish I could make it to some of the conferences. I've never been to a conference, and I wish I could make it, but it's okay. I have to accept my new norm until um, we can do better. Um,
Until we get another new norm.
yeah, I need a real well, I mean, I have transportation to and from hospitals,
Uh-huh.
hospital doctor visits and stuff like that, but to go to social functions, I
Yeah,
have to get my own real accessible van, and that's going to take a minute, a good
I got
minute. Yeah. So that's why we're trying to restructure, rebrand, and rebuild Grass Cutters of Georgia because that's going to be the avenue, hopefully, that's going to, prayerfully, that's going to make the
give
way
you
for
your
us,
your path to freedom.
our journey to freedom and retirement and generational
Well,
building. Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
So I'm
Oh, where are you?
I'm in Atlanta, Angela. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, where everybody else is. They're
Not
so
me.
close.
I'm
But
not.
I mean, I'm talking about Derek, people that's in the circle. Except for I gotta mention the coach, grant writer, Joseph Hackett. He has been uh, wonderful in sharing the information on how to write grants. And I can't do this live without thanking the people who are giving us what we need to grow, both personally and professionally, in service to our community. Hi, Leon. Yes, I'm in Atlanta, Dora. You want to come on, Dora? Want to come on camera? Let's get Dora in here. Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about your book. We're on it. We own it.
Let's talk about your book.
Hey,
I want everybody to know
Hello,
about your
hello,
book. There is
hello.
our attorney, Dorna Taylor.
hello. I'm in my kitchen making some chili.
Well, good. You mentioned that in your book too. That must be your go-to.
Yes, yes, yes. I didn't know you lived in Atlanta.
Yeah, we moved here in
Oh,
'86.
awesome.
That was the year we got married. We got married that June, and that October, it goes October again. We moved to Atlanta in October that same
October,
year.
October. Things happen in October. Angela
Yeah,
said y'all were just talking about me. I just saw the comment go by.
yeah.
Yes, we were talking
Oh,
about your book.
oh, good.
And today happens to be my older sister's birthday too, so it's
Wow.
a lot of Octobers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure. And if you've read the book, you know there's a person in the book I call my front. Today is her birthday as well.
See, there you
So
go.
it's a special day.
It's a very special day.
It's a special day.
Hmm.
I appreciate you guys talking about it. I hope I was just live too. I was just saying, I hope it's helping. I know it's helping people because people are sending me messages and texts and calling me and just, it's really helping people. And it sounds cliche, but that's why I did it because I didn't know I needed to do it when I did it. When I finished it, I realized I needed it for me. But when I was doing it, I was like, why am I doing this? Who cares? You know?
That the epilogue is why you did it.
Yeah.
That
I
really
couldn't write
helped.
that without writing the whole story down and reading it
Right.
back and realizing what God had brought me through. So you're so
That's
right.
right. That's
You're
right.
right. You're
You
right.
did you did a wonderful job.
Thank
A
you.
wonderful job.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. So what y'all talking about?
Sheila got us in this group,
Going
accountability
live.
buddies to teach us how to go live daily.
Oh,
And
I've been
our
seeing
most
y'all. I've been
recent
seeing y'all every
assignment,
day. Yeah.
our most recent assignment was to go live with someone and invite someone. And you just taught me how to invite a second person. So
See what
I,
you know how to do.
I'm doing this. I'm getting it. I'm
It's in
getting
full
it.
effect. It's
I
in full
might
effect.
have
Hmm.
to, I might have to hold my phone in hand, but I'm getting it.
That's look. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's perfectly fine. You're doing wonderful. I'm very proud of you. You've just stepped out and been consistent.
Trust me,
Tell her.
it's not
Tell
easy.
her. Tell her, because she's like, I'm better behind the scenes. No, hush. No,
You can
But
be
no.
good
Donna
behind the
understands
scenes.
that.
I like being
Donna
behind the scenes too.
understands that.
Yeah, I get that.
Mhm.
That's you're more
Yeah,
comfortable behind the scenes.
And
exactly.
that's what
You
I
can you can
said.
excel anywhere, you know,
You're more
because I'm
comfortable.
the
I
same
am
way.
really.
I don't want to be seen, heard from. I just like to make things happen.
Just
But
do it.
Yes.
God sometimes is like,
I really
you know,
believe in that hashtag. Just do it.
just do it. Yeah.
I don't need accolades. I don't need to be out front. I just
Yep.
want to see the results
Yep.
and see everybody
Yep.
happy from the results.
Yep.
I'm good with that.
I understand. I totally
Hmm.
understand.
I mean,
But
I understand that too, because you're talking to someone who everyone's like, oh my gosh, but your personality, you're so bubbly. Yeah, no. I used to wear all black. I'm trying to fade into the background, and like I'm like your biggest supporter, your cheerleader. I'm gonna fill in the cracks, whatever you need me to do, I'm gonna do it. But you want me to be out front? No.
Yeah.
No, I don't need to do that.
Yep.
When I used to go live on my phone, it was 5 years ago, so not that long ago. But when I used to go live, I would literally be sweating profusely on live because I would be that nervous. Like I forced myself to like get out there. And then like my best friend like forced me even more. And she was like, well, you said you wanted to be an author, so I signed you up to write a book in a weekend.
Who and a what?
Uh-huh. You heard me. Write a book in a weekend. So she signed me up for it, and the person who was hosting it was like, anyone who finishes the challenge, I'll publish your book for free on Amazon. Oh, okay, well, I guess I'm writing a book this weekend. And I made that happen. And it's crazy because like one of the things that I wrote about was the passing of my stepmother. And when you're at that time when I wrote it, she had already been gone for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
And but when you're writing, it's a process.
Yes.
And things that you think that you've dealt with, that you're good with, you're fine until it's like, because I said, I even did a live about it. I was like, I could talk about it all day long, but when I had to write it down
and read it
and
back, that's when it
read
hits
it back,
when you read it back.
and I had to go through the process because where we had her funeral in the funeral home, my dad was in one chair, I sat next to him, and then my daughter did not come because at that time she was 5 years old, so I didn't want her at the funeral, right? 7 years later, my dad passed away, and we were at the same funeral home in the same room. I sat where my dad sat, my daughter sat where I sat, and my son was not there because he was too young. And to process all of that, and I said, like, I can't process my stepmother's death without processing my dad's death at the same time, because he was with me during all of that.
Yeah.
Ooh. And it's like you said, and reading it back, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
And I still haven't written my book. There are things that, as you age, you want to be in a particular place in your life and you want to be in good health. None of that is happening right now yet for me. Some things that I won't mention right now because I have respect for family members, that I just hold inside. And I think that has a lot to do with my arthritis and the stroke, so I mean, eventually I guess I'll get there, but it's a delicate situation,
I understand that. What I did with this book is I just didn't call anybody's name unless.
Yeah, but in my case, you'll know, even if I talk about it generically,
they'll
you will
know.
know.
They'll know who they are, but they'll be anonymous to
To the public.
everybody else. Like,
Yeah.
And also, one thing my editor really helped me with, and I'm sharing this so it can help you maybe start to think about how you can do it, is you're telling your story. Don't try to tell anybody else's story. Tell what happened to you. If something impacted you, you can talk about how you felt about it without going into detail about what they did or didn't do. But you can say people, and the rest of the sentence is how you felt. And that way, it's not something that can be pinpointed.
I'm gonna have to talk to you one-on-one about that, because I really don't know how to do that without revealing some things that I really shouldn't right now.
Yeah. I feel you. And maybe now's not the time, but that's what she gave me to use was people, a friend, another person. And they'll know who
Someone I
they are.
know, someone I grew up with, someone.
They'll know who they are.
Exactly.
Nobody else will, because they know what they did or didn't do. But yeah, it's hard. I didn't want to do it. I get it. I understand what you're saying. And today is probably the first day. Well, no, after people started reading it and the feedback was helping people. I mean, that it was helping people. Then I was glad I did it. But last week, this time, I was like, I am not putting this out. I mean, I'm telling all kind of stuff that I don't want to tell people. That I went
You're a
through.
very private person, and we're the same way, and sometimes
So that's why I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I
Well,
love it
this
though.
was fun.
I'm
Yes.
glad I had clothes on. I was like, oh, I'm on the
And
live.
you know what? I'm going to tell a secret. I'm going to tell one of my secrets.
Okay.
Every time I go live, I'm wearing something that belonged to my mom. And you all might see me wearing the same thing because it's a sweater or a sweatshirt that belonged to her. This is one of her sweaters
I
that she
love
wore. And
that.
I love that.
it's like my security
Yep,
blanket
you're
while I'm
wearing.
going live because
Yeah.
that's my hug. That's my go ahead and do it, baby. In her New Orleans accent,
Do what you
um,
know how to do.
do what I
And,
know how to do.
that's one of the things I talk about is find little mementos, little things that just give you, a warm hug or
Comfort.
the wind chime in my instance, just little things to give you a smile,
Yeah.
to balance out the tears. Uh-oh, Brad said we're the first to go 3 live in the group. So you might win something.
Okay.
When the opportunity to add a fourth person, you know how
Uh-huh.
Sheila
You
get
know,
down.
Come
Sheila,
on,
Sheila.
Brad. I
Yeah.
invited you. Come on, Brad. I invited him. Let's go.
But you know what? I have to give Sheila her props because I was never Derek used to always try to get me to go live and go whatever he was doing, just whatever he was doing. He would always try to get me to come on camera, and I wouldn't because I didn't know how to
Mm,
talk about the things that
Mhm.
we talk about and not be given legal advice. I didn't know how
right,
to stay on the right side of the rules, and I
right,
also didn't want to just be asked a million questions.
right.
And Sheila with the Sheila Hill show. I don't know if y'all remember when she had the Sheila C. Hill show,
Uh-huh.
the where she would go live on Tuesday nights and just let people go live with her. I will hop on there with her, and that's when I first started going live was with her, and then Bonnet, and it just kind of snowballs, and now I'm just
Just doing it.
very comfortable. The group is doing wonderful. Yeah. So Sheila is a great motivator. She can aggravate you. She can push you.
Oh, look, look, them behind the scenes combos, man.
Mhm. She's amazing.
Yes.
She's a coach and don't even
The
know it.
Sheila Hill show.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Brad said.
Yeah.
yeah. That was probably the first time I went like live. I mean, I would go live at concerts. I would be at like the Grammys and go live for people to see. I was like behind the scenes. Hey, I'm
Right.
at the White House. Do I want
Mhm.
to see it? I would go live. Just to give people experiences. But as far as like the thing being on my face and I'm talking, I wasn't doing that before last year when Sheila started her show. So, she gets on our nerves, Brad. Yeah, but
Yep.
she is special. She has a gift to make people step into who they are. And
Brad,
Brad
you
want to say it
And,
terrible.
twice.
and the way
Brad
and the way
is
she does
always
it though,
terrible.
but
She makes
because
me sick. Yeah, she gets on my nerves. Yeah.
yeah, but like
No, he's
the
tagging
way
her.
that she is, the way that she is, because she's so loving and endearing. Like you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know because of how she is that she's going to be there every step of the way so
Hmm.
that you really
And
don't have to
Big
do it by
Sis,
yourself.
That's what I'm saying. She's
and
a
Big
coach and
Sis
don't
is
even know it.
proud of all of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. She's great. She's really, Sheila and another person were really behind this book too. The first one, she was one of the first two people I told I was going to do the book.
I love
So,
it.
I'm
she's
not
just
surprised
she's
at
just awesome.
that.
She's just awesome. She was also one of the first two people to read the book. She read the book like a week and a half ago.
Hey,
So
Cece.
Hi,
she's awesome.
James.
Oh, Brad has known her all his life, so he's probably like, no, y'all don't know the half.
Right. That's why he's like, no, no, she make me sick though. but I, but he's like, but I'm gonna be quiet though, and I'm gonna do these lives.
Hmm. Yeah, you just never know. I mean, she's just a good motivator, and she's got a gift and a skill and talent. And
Yes, she does.
I've been
Yeah.
watching y'all on TV. Y'all been my noontime and evening TV shows. All the people going live.
Let me say
So
hi to some people. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Sintra. Luck. How are you?
And it's Cece.
Glad you all
Hey,
could join.
Cece.
We
I was
just
like, and
having
Andrew.
a fireside chat with friends.
Yeah. Well, I actually have to go because I'm supposed to be working, but then people get on my nerves, and so I got to walk away. And so I don't want there to be workplace violence in my home. You know what I'm saying? So
Show everybody in the office.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So for those, can I turn my camera around?
Yeah,
Can I?
just flip it.
I can't see it. There we go. Hold on. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's the office.
There's the office. See, like the tree that we sit under for the protection.
Nice.
Cause yeah. So most nights, I'm out here around like 6 or so, 6:15, 6:30, and
Before the
so
street lights come
yeah,
on.
so those are my street lights, and sometimes I beat them, and sometimes they be glowing on my face. You know the rule. You're supposed to be inside before the street lights come on. But a
Right.
lot of times it'll still be light outside. I'm like, nah, y'all, I got time. I got time. So yeah, this is the
I'm
office.
gonna let
So I
you
do
get
all the
back to
lives from
work
here.
because I don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. It just means I got to work later, which is fine. So
No, we gotta let you go then. I'm gonna
It'll
eat
be
my
okay. At
chili.
least we got our live done.
yeah, we got the
Yay!
work done. So
And I got
I'll
two
probably still
more
come on
today,
tonight
so
though. I'll probably still come on tonight because it's like now it's part of my routine. I kind of
Right.
like it. The part I
But
look forward to.
I will
Yeah, exactly. You
definitely,
gotta get in the house before the streetlights come on. I don't always
right.
make it.
I will be there on your live and I'll be there on your too. So I'm gonna have a busy evening just hanging out with you girls again.
Just
yeah.
hang
So
around.
don't
We'll see
forget
who
that.
comes through.
Okay.
Ooh, we'll
Well,
see you
until
tonight.
then, I'll let you close out.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So, I mean, Dorna, you're probably new to this and you haven't seen my lives, but I give out hugs because you just never know. Someone just might need it, right? So,
Amen.
we gonna get in here. We gonna get close, just come on, hug, tight, hug. Oh,
Mm,
Oh, that felt good.
yeah.
it
That's what
felt
I'm
good.
talking about. Feels good. It
Yeah.
feels good. See, when I used to do it all the time, people would be like, it's weird. I was like, that means that you haven't gotten enough hugs. When you get
Yeah,
used to it, you
yeah.
start to look forward to it and you can feel the love. You
Yeah.
feel the love. You feel the love. And that's what it's
Love is
all about.
energy. Yeah.
That's what it's
Yeah.
all about. So
Love is
I will say this again, once again, y'all. Remember, there is nothing about you that needs to change, but there is so much left to be discovered. So let's all do that together. All right, y'all.
You
Oh,
hear
radio
that?
voice. I love it.
I love that too.
Awesome.
I love you guys.
Take care.
I'll see y'all later.
Okay.